Hey everyone, Bonescoon here. Today, I have a doozy for you. A lot happened this KVK. I don't know where to begin. So, here was the plan. Today, we were going to have the base rotate to BC. Obviously, as allies. I'd spoken of this before. FM, BC, FNN, and UCC were going to rotate the base, and this time it was BC's turn. So they said, BC will be taking attack forts and base. Once we know the situation, we will release a couple of forts for allies and assist as necessary. And so we discussed that a little bit, talked about a player that we saw in Fury, and then everything, and then War of Wonders started, and some things happened, and I will cover them in a second. So, after all was figured out, it was said Modurf, the Backstabber. So, yeah, when I said we would distribute to allies, there has been a change in that list. That was their way of stating that my guild personally does not participate in things. And so wars began, and it's going to be pretty difficult for me to show clips. Actually, I don't think that I can. I recorded a few, but they're not showing up in my gallery. I think my memory filled up, so that's an issue. But I saved all of the reports. There were a lot. Basically, BC betrayed FNN. They consider us too childish. I don't know. And they aimed on just throwing FNN out of the alliance and then keeping the rest of the alliance intact with PGA as new allies. But for whatever reason, that's what they claim to be the case. That's not a correct sentence. They claim that to be the case. However, at the very start of War for Wonders, it was a dead giveaway that they had betrayed the alliance because they put the clown title right onto FM and then the general title onto PGA as they were going for their fort. And then they turned around and stated to FM, I don't know what happened. Like, you were supposed to be allies as well. See, we invited you to this group. We wanted you to be allies, and then we all fight FNN together. And, yeah, FM, thankfully, did not buy into that. And so they've elected to stay on the side of FNN. And then, but we gave it the best effort that we could. By the time we scrambled together and started doing stuff, too many of the forts were already secure. I think BC already controlled 3, PGA controlled 2. They managed to take FM's, and then they came after ours. This was their first attempt. Mr. PGA I. Howard, who had 13 million kills, tried to take our fort, and he lost to trusty old Agent TM. 349,000 dead on their end, 289,000 dead on our end. And by the way, for once in my life, I was around for an entire War for Wonders, and this one drug on for a little bit. Not like those big kingdoms that have a lot of people, but it went on for probably, I don't know, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And so I joined every single rally that was available, and you're gonna see all of them, but this was the first one. Their first attempt. He lost by quite a bit. He just was not up to the task. So then they brought in PGA Dong Dong. And so he went for it and did a little better. A lot better. Like look at that. It was 2,000 kills off. That's crazy. Here, let's see the battle report. He sent pure T4. We still had a lot of T3 in the base, so that's why it was close. But we did manage to prevail, and then we moved on to the third one, which we lost. I don't know. Yeah, we had shifted a little more T4 into it than before, but he managed to outdo us, even though we countered his formation. We lost that one by a fair amount. That one hurt us quite a bit. And so we thought of retaking the fort, but then decided, you know what, let's go ahead and take the base. The reason for that is because Mr. Backstabber I'm just going to say Modurf. It's probably pronounced wrong, but that's what I'm going to say. He was holding the base himself, and now I don't brag about my stats. I don't have great stats. I really don't. I've been working on my gear and my gems and all that stuff to try and better myself, but I'm no rally leader. So you don't hear me shouting out to everyone that I'm a rally leader, and you don't see me trying to hold a base, because that's just silly to do when I have proper rally leaders in my guild that are usually online. Why would I? Why would I try and hold a base or a fort or something like that when there is someone that is just exponentially better? And BC has good rally leaders like Fenris and Temple, and they have really good gear, really good stats. Modurf does not. His gear isn't rally leader capable. It's just not. But he was holding the base, so I noticed that it was him, and I said, Agent, go for the base. You know what? PGA is just being PGA. They are going to attack us anyway, because they've always been our enemies. BC is the ones that decided that they were going to go ahead and turn on us. So we went for the base, and we won it by a lot. That one wasn't even close, and I still enjoy looking at this battle report. This sweet thing here. Let's see, I personally got 93,000 kills on that. That was pretty neat. And then a lot. But yep, that's what that was. Sometimes it really do be like that. 38 million dead might on their end. I got 400 million might and might destroyed from this War of Wonders alone, which was pretty neat. But we held the base, and then we lost the base. Let's see. I don't know. But this guy came in, PGA JV story, and countered our phalanx. It was not really that close, but he did manage to get us. They had a lot of fort buffs. We just could not handle it. And from that point on, BC had a timer on the base. Every time we went for the base, they were like right behind us. So they kept sniping, which, I mean, that's good strategy right there. But PGA is the one that took the base from us. Then we went in and took Tempest Fort from PRA. Yeah, this one was Acheron, who left for CCB, I think is the guild. Left to join CCB for Guildfest because he wanted to hang out with his friends. Returned, like, migrated back into the guild. As you can see, he just left again. Migrated back into the kingdom just to rejoin the guild for War of Wonders, and then he left and migrated back out. But he came back in, went for Tempest Fort, and smacked it with all calves, and we took it by a decent amount. It was pretty good. And after that, though, let's see. Right behind that, BC was sniping it. They took it. Temple was the one that led that rally. We released it before we would have gotten hit because they would have gotten it. With the losses that we suffered right there, we only had about 1.6 million troops in it. No, definitely not. But we took it back by a decent amount too. Acheron went back in there, and it was all ranged this time. And he likes using all one type when he does his rallies. It's something else. But I mean, it works out. And yeah, we went in. We took them out of this fort. And right behind that, though, was PGA. I think, yeah. No, they didn't snipe. I remember now. Right after that, there was no timer set because, I don't know, PGA didn't really plan things well enough. And so they didn't have a timer set, so we shifted the fort over to Agent, and then they attempted to take the fort from Agent. And he managed to survive against this hit at the very least. But then, oh yeah, we still held the fort from that one. Oh, right. They didn't time it very well. PGA didn't wait to try and time it with them. So PGA went in, lost the rally, and then 2 minutes later, Nightmare hit. I think it was 2. Is it? Come on, let's see. There we go. Right there, timestamps at 11. 14, 3 minutes later. Yeah, about 3 minutes later, Nightmare went in, lost that rally on us too, and then after that, Dong Dong came in and took the fort from us, and by then we had suffered enough losses, we decided to call it. But we did pretty well, I like to think. At the very least, personally, and I know that this is shade. I'm throwing shade, and I hated that I just said I'm throwing shade, but I am. I threw shade here. BC did not win any rallies against us. The only times they would have is when they were sniping a fort or a base that wasn't full, so we released before we would have been hit. But in a full rally against a rally of ours, we won when we were taking things from them, and we won when we were defending from them. That is just fact right there. And so I'm proud of my guild. We did very well. My guild was at 10 billion might. We fought PGA, which was 25 billion might. We fought PRA, which was 17 billion might. And we fought BC, which was 15.7 billion might. The ones that always said, you guys don't have enough players. You're at 64 players. You need to fill your guild. Because you're just not going to be able to do well enough. And so they constantly stated, boom, you need to fill your guild. You don't have enough players. We need to consolidate your people. You're not running your sister guilds right. You need to put your sister guild's people into your guild so that your guild's full. And we need to figure this out. But yeah, that's what happened today. And let me just check and see. Please say yes. Please tell me that you've sent me this. Dang it. I don't think you sent it. Oh no. Here it is. Come on now. Here they are. Acheron went in and solo attacked Nightmare. Left him with 200,000 dead. Which, I mean, obviously, not high tier troops. Probably tier 1. But, yeah, it was, that was just a fun little smack that he decided to do. Anyway, guys, it's going to be an interesting war, and I'm really looking forward to it. Till the next video. Bye.